Design, moveset, presentation. These are all the things that make a monster so memorable in Monster Hunter. It's what transforms them into fictional creatures to what could be living and breathing beings. But an aspect that's just as important is the music that accompanies them during their fights. Just like their appearances or actions, their theme songs display an extra layer of their personality and what truly completes them. Sometimes they're a reflection of how a monster fights, like with the intro of Spark of Blue. Just like how Zenogre charges itself with its thunderbugs, the strings at the beginning of its theme builds up and up with trembling notes to replicate the motion of lightning before bursting into the rest of the song. Or, a monster's theme can illustrate the conditions of the fight within its song, which can be seen with Ray Dow. The deep pulsing of the brass sounds similar to the static produced by the Sandtide, the storm that Ray Dow appears in, and the percussion repaints the bolts of lightning crashing down in the distance, the flutes acting as the flurry of winds that surround you. A monster's theme can even invoke a certain emotion you should feel while fighting them. It's one of the reasons why Proof of a Hero is so powerful, as it's always played when a long-fought battle is almost won, and acts as that extra push you need to succeed. But what about the opposite? Well, that's certainly achieved through Betelgeuse's theme, where its theme quite literally sounds like a siren of incoming danger and immediately ignites fear into you. The same could be said about Devil Joe, where a peaceful moment can immediately be turned into a horror movie when you hear those menacing strings and blaring brass that triggers your flight or fight responses. But the same idea can also weave in the monster's own personality into the fight as well. It's always terrifying when you hear Rajane's theme suddenly interrupt a hunt, but World's smooth, jazzy rendition shows that Rajane will bash your face in. He'll just do it with a devilish smile. But there are also moments in a theme where you get a different side of the fearsome monster you're facing. Bal Hazak is a grotesque and haunting creature, one that can make you squirm just from seeing it through your screen. And its theme is able to reflect these initial responses, as the brass that takes up the majority of the first section of the song is quite imposing. But later down the line, you get to hear this quiet, gentle section. The faint notes from the harpsichord is a reminder that, while Volhasok is a terrifying manifestation of rot, it's still an elder dragon, so there's a sense of elegance and sophistication to it. Meanwhile, the swaying of the strings is soft, the exact opposite of the brass from before. Yes, Volhasok is Monster Hunter's equivalent of Hades, but does this necessarily mean that it's a villain? The slow and contemplative moment in its theme says otherwise. Just like it, there shouldn't be any fear of death, as it's simply part of life's cycle. There's a lot to take in when listening to a monster's theme, each of them telling their own story or painting their own picture, but what happens when a theme takes all these elements to produce an absolute masterpiece, one that stands above the rest? Well, look no further than Khezu. It's incredible to think that Monster Hunter had already peaked in its first installation with the introduction of Khezu. With silky white skin, fair wings, and succulent red lips, it's hard to not imagine an angel when looking at one, and its theme perfectly represents this. The first thing you hear when Khezu's theme starts to play is a choir, ethereal voices that sound like clouds departing as an angel descends down from the heavens. This soon becomes a symphony, as the piano and violins join in, with the harp softly playing in the back. Even the brass, which is often representative of a monster's presence or power in other themes, is delicate in Khezu's theme, showing its kind and gentle personality. But despite their well-meaning intentions, the first response to angels is typically one of fear. Within the Bible, angels were described to have an appearance that were beyond human comprehension, and the same can be applied to Khezu. While Khezu's pure white appearance is symbolic for its pure nature, some may find his design to be unnerving from how utterly perfect it is. To have such a magnificent creature be right before our eyes is just too good to be true. For this reason, we can hear a synth slowly creep in the chorus, an instrument that represents something inorganic or otherworldly. The unknown is one of the most common fears, and because of this, Khezu is often wrongly hunted down due to people's inability to understand it. This is why we hear a sudden shift in the instrumentations, as the heavenly instruments of the strings and choir comes to a screeching stop, and the song gets engulfed with a brace of notes from the brass that sound like screams of pain. All Khezu wants to do is help others, which is even shown through it having a nurse theme for the Palico armor, but it is only met with brutality. This section of the song also parallels a portion of its fight, where it crashes onto the ground after being hit off the ceiling by the hunter. It's an abrupt change in tone, and the once heavenly instrumentation now sounds sorrowful, the strings sounding as if it's mourning, and the choir singing a eulogy. It's painful to listen to, just as it is painful to see Khezu weakly struggling on the ground as it's covered in gashes and blood, but it doesn't end until it's finally slayed. By the end of the battle, where it is battered and bruised, like an angel with all its feathers plucked off of its wings, it has, in a cruel twist, become a mercy to put it out of its misery. And when you turn its skin and flesh into your next suit of armor, just know that when you're clad in its virtuous white and red, its blood is on your hands, and you will never, ever be able to wash it off. So bathe in it. Drown in it, because these are the sins you committed. And you, disgusting creature, bane of all that is pure and holy, you will die with them. Anyways, thanks for watching. As you could probably guess, this is indeed an April Fool's joke, and it was just too good of an opportunity to pass up, so I really hustled to get it done in time. But the music in Monster Hunter is genuinely amazing, and I still wanted to highlight it. So the first half is 100% legit, and something I want to delve into more with other monsters. So if you want to see more of that, that'd be a great help if you could give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. I would also like to give a special thanks to the members of the channel who make all of this possible. I'm not sure if you want your names to be on this video, but you're gonna get it anyways. And as a final note, I also want to thank all of those who recently subscribed from the Malzeno video. I'm absolutely blown away by the success of that video, and I truly can't be any more grateful for helping me get closer to that 1,000 subscriber milestone. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. No Kezu, I promise.